if you have the
Kilo
Microsoft
Lima
Store version,
November Alpha
it's still
Traffic
cloud.
154 Sierra
The Steam
Romeo,
version is to
Mike
cloud too. It's just
2314, taking
so
off
there's like
runway tree for departure to the
there's
north.
the mechanical app that does all of the simulation, and then there's the payload that loads into the app that drives like the visualization and everything. I'm having I'm having a slurry with isations. The visualizations would be the payload that's loaded into the app. So then the distributed mechanical app from the MS Store and Steam gets all of like how it's processed, the physics engine and everything, and then Flight Sim server home base would distribute the payload content that drives the graphics, the airlines, the airplanes, and all that jazz. So that's cloud. So it's where it's distributed versus where the payload is coming from. But then, like, if you look and they named it, the 24 version is Microsoft Limitless, and it's under the package folder. So like app data / local / package folder, package, Microsoft Limitless. If you go in there and look around, there's some local caching. There's some caching locations in there, and it has the package. It has like the streamed
154, box
location
14. Don't forget to release the hook before you make your approach above the pickup zone.
It has the convention
Secure your
of
banner
what I saw in 2020.
Aim directly between the two poles.
Except it's in that folder, so then
Grab
it's
the
always
banner,
streamed
maintain a
and
steady flight
saved
at
to that
about 6
folder,
feet,
and
then adjust your
for the
pitch
streamed
just
items.
right to hook the tow line.
So then as you're
After that, you should
you're not
climb out
using
at full
something,
throttle
then it
and
won't
soar
come
away
in.
to the towing
But
zone.
if you use something fresh,
This
then
zone
that's
is
what'll
safe
come
for
in,
you.
come back in.
Aircraft in the area are aware you're
Stream
engaged
up.
in
And
a
then
tow
the graphics
operation.
too, like the location,
I've already taken care of it.
photogrammetry and such. They were hoping, so the problem in 2020 was, like, it got to be about 370 gigabytes with the Premium Deluxe version. Yeah, so the 2020 version was 370 gigabytes. Yeah, they had like 9 or 10 world updates and a handful of city updates. So they pulled it. So yeah, they pulled it down. So the thing was, like, I would download an update, but it would be like for Europe or something. And if I don't fly in Europe, I don't need the data right now, but I will need it at a point when I fly over in Europe or in an area of Europe. So they made it where it was streaming, where you don't need Europe unless you're going to fly there. So now they pulled it down to in the 50, 60 gigabyte range. It's about 11 or 12 gigabyte package for the file. The download package, like the driving like the mechanical package I was talking about, is about 12 gigabytes. And then it downloads another 4 or 5 gigabytes. And then all the 2020 content is streamed, so when you need it, it'll get it. So it's kind of sitting in the 20, or I haven't measured it lately, but
500.
it's supposed to be in the 50, 60 gigabyte range is what they're shooting for. But then if you bought it, then you'll get a local static copy for the bot for what you purchased,
In for pickup.
and then you'll be able to like, get the updates. You'll be able to get it updated for it, or updates for it, and like so some of the more like permanent things and aircraft, and I can see those being updated. Like you just download them and you have them.
You hooked it. The banner's deploying. It was close, but you pulled it off. Well done. Now let's tow the banner on site. Just so we're on the same page. The hook zone is also where you'll release it once you're done. 154, box 14, you're expected there in 4 minutes 30 seconds for your rotation above Palm Beach. Make sure the message is clearly visible from below. It's important.
And then you would have your own increased amount of space if you use the community downloads folder. You can get stuff from like flightsim.io, I believe it is. You can download packages from there, and they usually have not charged anything. You can download the packages and put it in the folder, but it's not certified, like Microsoft tested. You're taking a risk with it per se. So the files, the sizes could be bigger for that folder. So, but just the general installation of the whole like off-the-shelf box setup on the 50 gigabyte. But I'd say that that caveat in there, because if you do it on your own and you start adding to it, it definitely increases. See if I can do this a little more efficiently this time.
Go down the coastal zone at 600 feet above. You'll help the message be more clearly read. I see you're on site. I'm counting on you to make our client happy. Curious about what's written on your banner? Eli, radio, red, blue, fun, and music. I dig jamming to that in my car. It's a good way to kill time. Quick tip for you. Find the sweet spot with the plane's positioning, and the visual impact of the banner will surely help increase the customer traffic of the client. It's a game changer for the both of us. guess the client will be satisfied even if it wasn't the best show in town today. The guys are waiting for you at the drop zone now. See you.
Kilo Lima November Alpha Traffic 154 Sierra Romeo Mike 2 Tree 144 miles, southeast 600 feet inbound to land runway tree 4.
.154, Vox 14, waiting for the banner at the drop zone. Don't forget to release it nice and slow. The banner is expensive, so please be careful when you release it.
Vox 14,
154,
154,
Vox 14,
approaching
5
drop
on
zone.
5. Perfect. Right on target. We'll take care of folding it properly, don't worry. See you.
almost made it.
Kilo Lima November Alpha Traffic 154 Sierra Romeo Mike 2314 is taxiing to parking.
Oh, here it is. Here's the sign. Get teed up. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, the little buzz is from the autopilot going off, turning it off. But all the like navigational aids, like the taxi ribbon, it only appears with the autopilot. Once I turn it on, then turn off the autopilot, then the aids seem to go away. That's part of one of the bugs or something they need to address. I actually turn ribbons on like all the time. It shouldn't matter what the autopilot's doing, but apparently it is at the moment. That's it. Shouldn't have issues with autopilot on the ground, so I can leave it on. Shouldn't try to fly, like fly a regular flight with it. Get out of the way. Thank you. Thank you for moving. Oh, you're walking it? Keep walking.
Hey, Captain. Sonia mentioned the session was challenging for you, but with practice, you'll do much better. Let's dig into this together now.
Session was trouble. I didn't have trouble with this session. A little stopping. The banner retrieval time. What? Past execution quality. Staying at 600 feet. 72 knots or less. We'll be submitting that. They mean on par, and if you go faster, it's a problem. If you go slower, it's a problem. And your par time is the baseline for getting yelled at. What? I lost rip. I completed it.